watching ERi-TV and welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. State Councillor and Foreign Minister of the People's Republic of China arrived in Asmara. 65 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today. COVID-19 indicators hit record highs in several countries due to Omicron variant. And 5 major countries vow to prevent nuclear weapons and arms race. The local news. State Councillor and Foreign Minister of the People's Republic of China, Mr. Wang Yi, arrived in Asmara in the evening hours today for a 2-day official visit. Upon arrival at the Asmara International Airport, Mr. Wang Yi was accorded warm welcome by Mr. Osman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and other senior government and PFDJ officials. During his stay in Asmara, Mr. Wang Yi will meet and hold talks with President Isaias Afwerki and Foreign Minister Mr. Osman Saleh on strengthening bilateral relations and issues of mutual interest to the two countries. We have an announcement from the Minister of Health. 65 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19. Tests carried out today at quarantine centers and testing stations in the central, southern, Ansaba, and Gashbaka regions. Out of this, 44 patients are from quarantine centers 11 and testing station 33 in Asmara Central region. 10 patients are from testing stations in Maidama 3, Mendefara 2, Adqayah 1, Dekmahara 1, Tsorana 1, Adqala 1, and Barwa 1, Southern region. 9 patients are from quarantine center in Karen 1 and testing stations in Elaborate 6 and Adkhalizan 2, Ansaba region. 2 patients are from testing stations in Girmaika Gashbaka region. On the other hand, 35 patients will be receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Central 17, Southern 9, and Ansaba 9 regions are fully recovered and have been discharged from these facilities. Sadly, though, an 86-year-old patient from the Central region has passed away due to the pandemic. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 7,819, while the number of deaths has risen to 77. And the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 8,128. Minister of Health, Asmara, January 4, 2022. Eritrean nationals residing in Khartoum and its environs organized memorial service on the passing away of veteran freedom fighter Mr. Ramadan Mohammed Noor. The nationals expressed condolences on the passing away of veteran freedom fighter and one of the pioneers and prominent leaders of the Eritrean liberation struggle, Mr. Ramadan Mohammed Noor, and renewed their pledge to implement the trust of the fallen heroes by reinforcing participation in national affairs as well as work to transfer the noble examples and history of Eritrean people to posterity. The memorial service was attended by members of the diplomatic community, friends of Eritrea, and a number of Eritrean nationals, as well as representatives of various associations and organizations. The Regional Assembly of the Southern Red Sea region held its 18th regular meeting on December 30th in the port city of Asab, stating that a number of activities have been suspended due to the guidelines issued to control the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Mr. Ali Nur Ali, chairman of the Regional Assembly, said the effort to avoid female genital mutilation and underage marriages is not to be left to the National Union of Eritrean Women alone, and called on members of the Assembly and concerned institutions to reinforce participation in the effort. According to reports presented at the meeting, noticeable effort has been conducted in the reduction of mortality rate of mothers and infants during delivery, expansion of vaccination programs, as well as in the greening campaign program. The members of the Assembly conducted extensive discussion of the reports presented and adopted various recommendations, including strengthening water and soil conservation activities, support to families of martyrs, strengthening cultural and sports activities, and others. Speaking at the event, Ambassador Mohammed Saeed Mantai, governor of the Southern Red Sea region, gave briefing on the objective situation in the homeland and the region and called on members of the Assembly to strengthen participation. Now, back with international news after a short break. Welcome back. The United States, European countries, and Japan saw record highs in COVID-19 indicators as the Omicron variant continued to spread during holiday season. The United States has set several new records in COVID-19 indicators. The weekly increase of cases is registered in a new pandemic high. Over the past week, over 2,700,000 new cases and more than 9,000 new deaths were added to the tallies, surpassing the previous record set in the first week of 2021. This is according to Johns Hopkins University. Several European countries have seen record COVID-19 infections in the post-Christmas days. UK reported more than 218,000 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours period, bringing the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country to more than 13.6 million. This according to official figures. France reported more than 219,000 new cases detected in the past 24 hours, and the number of COVID-19 cases in France exceeded 10.3 million as of today. It is the fourth consecutive day that France reported a daily count of over 200,000 COVID-19 cases. Italy also saw an increase in COVID-19 cases. The country reported more than 170,000 new cases of coronavirus in the past 24 hours. This is according to Italy's health department. Leaders of the 5 nuclear weapon states, namely China, France, Russia, Britain, and the United States, issued a joint statement on preventing nuclear war and avoiding arms race. The People's Republic of China, the French Republic, the Russian Federation, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and the United States of America consider the avoidance of war between nuclear weapon states and the reduction of strategic risks as the foremost responsibilities. The joint statement stressed that a nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought, and as nuclear use will have far-reaching consequences. Nuclear weapons, for as long as they continue to exist, should serve defensive purposes, deter aggression, and prevent war. The statement also reiterated that the 5 nuclear weapon states strongly believe that the further spread of such weapons must be prevented. An Israeli military helicopter crashed off the coast of northern Israel during a training flight yesterday, killing 2 pilots. This according to the military. A third crew member, an aerial observer, was moderately injured and evacuated to a hospital. The Air Force commanding officer opened an investigation into the crash and ordered a temporary discontinuation of the training flights, as well as the use of the maritime partner. Now, a reminder of the top stories. State Councilor and Foreign Minister of the People's Republic of China arrived in Asmara. 65 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today. COVID-19 indicators hit record highs in several countries due to Omicron variant. And 5 major countries vow to prevent nuclear weapons and arms race. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.